Well, that's absolutely right. Mindy formed yesterday afternoon, and the next named storm will be Nicholas. So there's a lot going on. Tomorrow is the peak of hurricane season. So as we take a look at the tropical outlook here, I don't know which way to go here because we have storms all over the place. But we have Hurricane Larry. That's still a Category 2 storm that's off into the Atlantic. That's expected to make its way north. Here is the newly formed now tropical depression Mindy that has already made its way into the southeastern half of the United States. Going to bring some heavy rainfall for those folks. There is an area of disturbed weather once again over the Caribbean. The Caribbean has been favored for these little tropical waves, and that's going to continue to push off towards Central America into Mexico and eventually off into the Gulf of Mexico as we head towards late into the weekend there, and that's actually going to bring our rainfall chances up as we head into next week. We also have Tropical Storm Olaf on the western half of Mexico right there, about to make its way over towards Baja California and eventually back off into the Pacific. So a lot going on into the tropics there, but nothing at this point is threatening us here in South Texas, but of course we'll keep you updated on that sort of thing. So yesterday, 96 degrees, 4 degrees above seasonal average. Thank goodness we stayed away from the record of 104 set back in 2012. If you remember 2012, there was a lot of 100-degree days during that year. And the wind not too bad yesterday. We only topped off at about 17 miles per hour. So outdoors right now we're at 70 degrees. Oh, could we get into the upper 60s? I have my fingers crossed that we will. North-northwesterly wind at only 5 miles an hour. We need that wind to calm down just a little bit to get our temperatures into the upper 60s. And as you see here, our hour-by-hour forecast, not being too optimistic about that, but nonetheless, as we head towards the noontime today, into the upper 80s to lower 90s we go, and lots of afternoon sunshine. Upper-level high pressure is building into the region, so our temperatures are going to soar into the upper 90s. And again, we'll pick up those east-northeasterly winds later on this afternoon, very similar to yesterday at about 10 to 15. So we'll top off at about 98 here. Triple digits are going to be prominent for our inland areas and into the middle 90s near the coastline. Now with some drier air that is filtering into the coastal bend, we'll see the heat indices anywhere between 100 up to 108 degrees. So in this extreme heat, it's still good to use sunscreen, the hats, drink lots of water. Be sure to be mindful of your outdoor pets. Make sure they have access to some cool water. And of course, if you're going to be working outdoors, you want to take frequent breaks as well. As far as the pollen count, yesterday we had none all across the board, but grass and ragweed are back into moderate levels. The tree and mold are low out there as well. Marine forecast for today, the bays will have a slight chop to them. The sea's 2 to 3 feet and the rip current risk is low out there. Several high tides across the area for Bob Hall Pier later on this afternoon and Port Aransas Jetty, Nueces Bay between 5 and 6 o'clock, and then at the Packery Channel at 9:01 this morning. So right now we do have a frontal boundary up to the north of us that's going to continue to sink into the region and bring some drier air over the area. So we'll stay sunny, dry, and hot through Saturday. Then that tropical moisture begins to increase late Saturday on into Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday with scattered tropical showers and storms in the region.